Hey, Tasia. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Hey, new beauty. Hey, Amaya. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Make sure y'all leave a like on the way in. Like the video. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Mari. Hey, love for my 4C. Hey, vegan black girl. Y'all, I promise I meant to do this last night, but I don't know if I fell asleep. I don't know what happened. Hey, Deasia. Studying for an exam, so man, I can't stay, but want to stay here. Oh, well, good luck studying. You know you got to get that studying in, girl. I understand. You can catch the playback. Hey, Kimberly. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm feeling all right. It's just I've been, a little tired lately, but I'm not. It's not like I'm sick or anything. It's raining as well, so maybe that's why I'm a little sleepy right now. Hey, Sabine. Hey, Becca. Hey, Paris. Let me see. I'm low key trying to get these pictures together, so let me get my pictures and then we can get started. So what's the series 7 before you go? sounds major. I just looked up series 7 Wu Child. Well, let me look it up. Let's see. License to sell security stocks bonds. Okay, all right, girl. Yes, we wishing you all the luck on your test, girl. I think you're gonna do good though. We gonna speak that into existence. You gonna pass and you gonna get that license. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, when it comes to these couples, I don't know, you guys. Like the more that I think about it, the more I'm like, oh my goodness, like I don't know, like there were people that I had a little bit more hope for that when I really think about it, and the more I read y'all's comments, the more I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and show y'all who I'm talking about. Share my screen real quick. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's not that he's not, maybe it's not that he's awkward. Maybe he just really don't like her like that. And now I'm feeling bad because this don't make no sense. These couples are hurt missing. We have to just remember it's a social experiment. True. At this point, Married at First Sight is laughing at us because we keep watching. Shout out to Kim Hayes. It's your first live. Welcome. Hola, Alexis. I'm not saying it for them because, like somebody else said, red hair should not mean that much. When Elizabeth and Jamie, Elizabeth had this same color hair on her wedding day, the exact same color, and Jamie was just enthralled. You know what I'm saying? He was so into her. But the fact that he keep bringing up this red hair and how he's not usually interested in women with red hair, yeah, I don't know if he's into her. And I think I was trying to like make it seem like he was just awkward, or because it just doesn't make sense for his family to keep saying, oh, he's this ladies man, and he's not showing any ladies man qualities whatsoever, unless he's just not interested in this woman. I think he actually liked her when he saw her, but after spending time with her, he's turned off. Jamie and Ryan are definitely not the same at all. I could see, the crazy part is I could see Jamie being more of a ladies man than Ryan. Ryan is not into Brett. I try to keep the fact that editing plays a huge part in how they're perceived. I try to see that as well, but we just haven't seen too much of him, unless he's just not an affectionate person, unless he's just a very monotone person, unless he's someone who is very expressionless, because he just hasn't shown much of anything, honestly. He just seemed like, I just assumed he didn't have a personality at all. But it could be that he's just not interested in this woman. Ryan definitely not interested after that plane ride. Child, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if he actually cared about her, because I'm just thinking about some of the past couples and, things that have happened in the past. Usually if the man cares about the woman in any way, if he likes her in any way, is attracted to her, he'll put up with that. He'll be a little bit more sympathetic to it. But it's like that just turned him off further. Because I rewatched the episode with my grandma, because I was trying to get her caught up, because we like to watch that together. And when I rewatched it, that's what I saw. I saw more of him. It's almost like I already don't like you, but now I'm just really irritated with you after you acted a fool on that plane. Whereas somebody that might have been interested within her would have been a little bit more, even if they were irritated, even though he was being monotone, he was saying it like it was a disaster. It was a disaster. It was terrible. It was awful. You acted like, the way you acted was just awful. You made a baby cry. Like, he wasn't handling her with any sort of care. You have to tell us what your grandma thought. My grandma did not like this couple whatsoever. At all. At all. In fact, I fast forwarded through a lot of their scenes because she was so bored. Like, she was so over it. So I just fast forwarded through a lot of their stuff. People who are serial daters like him and Johnny aren't good for this show because they are used to one date and being done. Once they see something they don't like, but this is marriage. I totally agree. I agree with that because it's like you're right. As soon as he saw one thing he didn't like, it's almost like he's ready to go. It's like he's checked out. It's Zach and Mindy all over. Once she didn't take a bath after the plane ride, he was through. Good point. Good point. It's Ryan's lack of eye contact. He seems so checked out. He didn't have a single question for her family. That turned me off too. Like, I really didn't like the fact that he didn't ask one question. Like, you don't know this woman. You just met her and married her. You don't have one question for her parents? So that should have been a red flag for me right there, showing that he didn't care nothing about her. Because if I like somebody and I'm talking to their parents, I'm going to have questions. At least the main question, well, how were they when they were a kid? You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have that question. Like, the parents are like, that's like the instruction manual almost. Like, that's who you ask about your partner. Ryan is very much 51st dates, but Johnny at least has a heart. I think the difference between Johnny and Ryan is Johnny he seems more invested at this point. Ryan doesn't seem invested at all. Like someone said before, he's not even making eye contact. Like, it's like he's giving. That's why I don't know if it's his personality or not, because from what we see, he's only giving like 10%. And Brett is giving 90. Ryan thinking about how long he got to do this to get that check. This man was talking about redheads when Brett is not a natural redhead. Right. Like, I thought it was so weird. That's why I'm so glad somebody brought up the fact that Elizabeth was a red, like, had the same color red hair. And not once did I ever hear Jamie bring up her red hair, or if he did, it was only once, because I don't even remember him talking about her hair. Because in the scheme of things, who cares? Like, who cares about her hair? That is so stupid to me. That's why I was like, my mind was boggled every time he would bring it up, because who actually cares? Ryan feels lifeless almost. Yeah, like, he do. He feels like a Cullen. He feels like Twilight without all the attractiveness. Because let's be real, he looked like he just rolled out of bed. Even in this picture, he looked like he just rolled out of bed and threw a suit on. Mirla acts the same way as Ryan, just more cold and callous. I don't know. Because I do think that Mirla is attracted to Gil. I really do. But we'll get to them. Introverts who put themselves in this married at first sight position know how to ask questions. Ryan is not interested. True. I just think if you're that much of an introvert, like if you're a Henry type of introvert, you should not be coming on Married at First Sight at all. This is not the place where you push yourself out of your shell. But I don't think Ryan is that type. I just think he lacks depth and personality. White don't play about their white woman's hair color. Maybe if Brett could pull it being a bottle blonde, he would be more receptive. That's, oh, you said white men. You know what? If it's that serious, I'm done. But you know what? Black men do it with skin tone over on this side. So should I be too shocked? Yeah, a lot of people keep mentioning that his friend passed away 18 months ago. So how long would that have been before him getting married? Because if it happened, like, let's say his friend passed like right before he got chosen, or right before he was supposed to get married, I just don't think he should have done it. I don't think he should have done it. I think he should have, taken that time to mourn, because it's unfair to get married to someone and you're like grieving. You're not yourself when you're grieving. And I think that's unfair. So I don't know what the timeline was, but if that's the case, like, oh Lord, these couples got married in February, 18 months ago. Ooh, so child, don't make me do no math. But if it was 18 months ago, they got married in February. It's now August. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's 6 months. I think that would be enough time. I think that would be enough time. Because that would be like a little over a year. But let's go ahead and move on from this couple. But Alexis, you're right. Something ain't clean in the buttermilk. I totally agree with that. Something, I don't know what it is. I cannot put my finger on it, but something is not right. And a lot of people think he's not attracted to her. That could be it. But I don't know. We just gonna have to see as time goes on with these two. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and talk about Bao and Johnny. Oh, they just look so cute. They almost look like little kids in this picture. But I just think they I think Bao is gonna have to go ahead and push herself a little bit out of her boundaries with Johnny. I think they both could compromise a little bit, and I think that they would be so good together. I really do. Bao is giving me play it up for TBT. You think so? They are why I'm tuning in. They are a big reason why I'm tuning in too. I would have been mad if my husband ghosted me. I mean, look, if that happened when they were in their early 20s, let that go, because child, we all did that. I can't tell you how many people I've ghosted. For real. That just, especially because we're around the same age, right? Back then, I don't know if people still doing that now, but back then that's just what you did. When you didn't want to talk to nobody no more, you just ghosted them. And it wasn't right. It's not cool. I know better now. I'm not trying to say that's what you do, but when you're young and immature like that, that's just how things went. You just ghosted them. I got ghosted. I ghosted plenty of people, child. But yes, why does she have texts from that long ago? That's what I'm saying. Like, she held on to those texts. Child, that was crap. Like, I was like, I don't have texts from last year. I have that thing on my iPhone where it auto deletes text from a year. I don't hold on to text from that long ago. Now, if I need a screenshot, I'm going to screenshot what I need, but the text thread itself can go. I don't know why she held on to that. Picky ghosting people and doing drive-bys. Who were you? Child, I was a different person back then. Oh, she got them receipts. I know, right? But he still had her phone number. Shoot, I probably still got people's phone number from back then too, low key. It's hard to go through and delete phone numbers. So I understand why you still have a phone number. It would surprise me about was disappointed when Johnny said he wasn't into dominatrix stuff. Can you imagine? You have text from 10 years ago? What? I only have my messenger messages. Now I do have messenger messages because who feels like going back and deleting all that stuff? Messenger, like if you're talking about Facebook Messenger, yeah. And block a number if they continue to text. See, back then we had blocking on the phone, but I don't think it was you could block text back when I was ghosting people. So I was completely savage. I would see them people texting me and knowingly not texting back. And they've been kissing off screen. Okay, let's talk about that because Bao was saying how, you know, she really enjoyed their off-screen kisses and felt like, you know, I guess it was giving them a level of intimacy that she knew that she was going to want to like go all the way, you know, eventually. But on Unfiltered, Johnny was saying that he felt like the kisses were platonic, like almost as if he was kissing his sister. And I was like, what? So I think he was, you know, he's kissing her because he wants her to feel comfortable. You know, he's going at her pace. He wants her to feel, you know, like he's, you know, on the same page with her. But deep down, he's not feeling it. I was surprised Johnny was so open talking about the details of their relations. I definitely thought they would agree off camera to keep details ambiguous and vague. I'm not shocked he was. I'm shocked she was willing to talk about it on camera, though. Let us not be surprised the producers knew they knew of each other. You think so? A vanilla freak. He talked about he want his wife to slap his behind when he walks by. Yeah, I don't know if he's as vanilla as he think he is. I really don't think so. Bow's pace plus don't look like a whole natural TV. Okay. So I could see that. I could see because the fact that they're kissing off camera and having more intimate moments off camera, I could see her having this safe conversation for the camera and maybe doing a little, you know, being a little bit more explicit off camera. But Johnny on Unfiltered made it seem like that wasn't the case. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this is just, I mean, honestly, this is the second night. You know what I'm saying? This is the second night. So if he's feeling like it's a little bit platonic right now, it's only the second night. It's only the second night. I still have plenty of hope for them. And I know for a fact she attracted to him because she said that she's not physical, but every time Johnny be holding her hand, be touching her, they're touching a lot more than some of the other couples that I've seen in the past. Like, there have been couples that were very standoffish, didn't touch each other at all, barely looked at each other, but they doing a lot of touchy feely, and I don't know. I just think she like him. I think she been liking him, and she don't want to show her hand too much, but I think she's very, very excited she got matched with him. I mean, imagine having a crush on somebody for like a while, and then when you get to the altar, that's who you marry. That's like almost best case scenario. I'm just worried that Johnny's not as into it as she is into him. True, that could, because when that I was a little worried when he was talking about his serial dating past and saying, if he didn't like one thing, he would move on. So that is a little concerning. It is. At least she's kissing him. Oh, I know, right? So were the 1,000 babies made on that comforter? Oh, his sister a fool for that one. His sister a fool for that one. I love me some Johnny too. I can't even lie. I love me some Johnny. Johnny, look, I said on my review, I'm not trying to look at nobody's husband, but Johnny is very attractive. Okay. He got a nice smile. I like his personality. You know what I'm saying? He's, yes, nice and smooth. He's smooth. He's just very charismatic. He's very charming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even the physical package, low key. It's just how he presents himself. I could see how he's been a serial dater. See, Johnny, that makes plenty of sense that he was a serial dater, because he low key charm. He's very like, he's charming me. He don't even know me. We just watching him on TV, and he's just charming all the women, right? Ryan, no. Johnny, yes, I could see him getting all the women. Johnny gonna have a hive by the end of this. If they don't make it, Johnny's DMs will be overflowing. Okay. Okay. He's authentic. He's authentic, right, Elle? He's very authentic. He is. You better leave Val's man alone. She'll plan your attack on the spreadsheet. Val, I don't want your man, I promise. I'm just letting you know that he's attractive, okay? And I'm telling you, I'm a lot of these women in these comments saying the same thing. So go on and open up to him now. Oh my goodness. Pinky, are you president of the Johnny High? Look, I've never like been like, I don't want to say fanatic, but I've never been that, like, I've never stand any of these people. But I don't know. Johnny got a different kind of vibe. I don't know. Give me a few more episodes. Let me see. I got to make sure he's somebody that's stand worthy. Y'all, she has a spreadsheet for packing. Johnny better be careful not to break her heart. Child, like, I don't understand it. I don't have the time. I'm too impatient. Like, I just throw things in my suitcase. I don't know how people have the patience to sit down and literally not just plan your outfit. It's one thing to like lay it out on the bed. It's another to actually sit down and type that out. Do you think they're gonna be like Miles and Karen? I could see that. But I think she's giving a little bit more than Karen gave. Karen gave Miles zero. Zero. Okay? Zero. For a long time, she didn't give him nothing. That man had the bag. But let me go ahead and go on to the next couple, y'all, because I could talk about them all day, honestly. Mind you, let me tell you, my grandma loved Bow and Johnny, but she loved Jose and Rachel. I don't know what it was about them, but when I tell you she had googly eyes anytime they came on camera, I don't know why she loved Johnny and Rachel so much. I mean, I'm happy for them and I'm hopeful for them. But when I tell you I think she'll be devastated if they broke up. I don't know why. I don't know why, y'all. I don't know why. Child, I don't get it. Maybe because they were so affectionate. I don't know. Jose's love bombing. You think he's love bombing? Heck, I'll take Jose. And you know what? That might be a part of it because I did tell her, I was like, well, he got 2 houses and I was telling her how well off he was. That might have been a reason. That might have been a part of it. That might have been a part of it. Because low key, I'm going to be honest with y'all, that makes you more attractive to me. Like, if, you a good provider, I'm a little bit more inclined to look your way. I ain't gonna lie. I like both of them individually, but I'm not sure they will last. Jose is controlling. You think he's controlling? Yeah, that whole toothbrush, him trying to brush her teeth or telling her that was a little off. That was a little off. Grandma says she wants somebody with assets. Okay. Mm-hmm. The Bald and Beautiful had me rolling when they were talking about Rachel's laugh. I still haven't watched their review. I gotta watch it. Everybody talks about Jose's mouth area, and I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. I don't know. It don't bother me. It's so tight. Jose is the reason I couldn't be attracted based off of ability to provide alone. Now, where I draw the line is super old men. Like, I could not do what Ashley from Housewives of Potomac is doing. Never. I don't care how much money that man got. I could not do that. Now, Mia's husband, maybe, just maybe. Portia with Simon, I could not. Okay, you got to draw the line somewhere. But yeah. I want to see if Jose gonna have her texting him every half hour. Child, you think he gonna be that controlling? Jose needs to be a provider because he has a deficit in the height department. I agree. I think he knows that he knew that he was a short man, and he knows, like, because of that, he has to be on point in other areas. Jose is a pretty boy. That's what I honestly, I think that a lot of people are questioning, whether he's gay or not. I don't jump to conclusions when it comes to that. I don't know. But I think a lot of it is he's a pretty boy. I know men like Jose that are just very, what's the word we had last week? Metrosexual. They're just very pretty. But he also seems like someone who would be very hygienic, and it's something I can appreciate about that, because some men are not. I think he's just rich and likes to take care of his looks. Yeah. I never like to sit here and question a man's sexuality. Masculinity isn't cookie cutter. I agree. I agree. Like, I just don't think that you can tell someone's sexuality based off of that. Because you would be surprised. You would be surprised. Jose's mouth does bother me for some reason. His lips look chapped or wet. Y'all need to leave this man lips alone. He reminds me of guy friends I've had that act the same way but aren't into guys. Right. I promise I've come across so many people like Jose. Listen, I was engaged to a short man who was a provider, controlling. You know what? You're right. I don't know why I'm sitting up here. Acting like I don't have experience with short men who weren't controlling. Yes. Yes. You're right, LL. I feel like with short men, either they are confident in themselves and truly don't let that affect them, or they do. And a lot of short men are insecure about it and can be very controlling. Because I have experienced that. I have. Kevin Hart versus Peter Dinklage. Good. Very good example. Because Kevin Hart gives me a little controlling. He gives me a little bit, insecure, a little bit, he uses his money as a way to flex because he feels insecure, as opposed to Peter Dinklage, who doesn't, like, if Peter, the way he carries himself, you would think he was 6 feet tall. Like, he's completely comfortable with it. And he's a little person. You know what I'm saying? He's not even just short. He's a little person. Confidence is attractive. Yes. One of my biggest crushes in college was a short man. I'm telling you, I've talked to more short men than tall men. And I've talked to confident ones and I've talked to insecure ones. So confidence, you're right. Confidence is the one that the part that's attractive. It's not, I don't think it's always about height. I feel like women be all talk with height sometimes. We say, oh, we just want a man with height. But these short men be out here too. It's about your confidence. Jose is trying to embrace his inner Woody side, but it's not giving what it should be giving. Yes, because Woody is another good example. Woody is not that tall, but I didn't even think of Woody because his confidence makes him, I don't know what it is about confidence in a short man. It makes him look a little taller. I don't know why. Because I didn't even think about Woody, but Woody is, him and his wife low-key around the same height. But he has the confidence, shoot, it makes him look taller, I guess. I don't know. Financial freedom is attractive. That is attractive, but not if they controlling with it now. Woody and that blouse had me dead. Woody low-key could pull, because he be dressing crazy. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I be looking at Woody because I follow him on Instagram. And I'll be like, oh, that ain't working. But it's his personality. It's his personality. Height doesn't make up for lack of personality. Yes, a lot of these men that are tall, they are very much sought after, especially if they're attractive in the face too. So if they're sought after, it's like they don't really have to have a personality to get women. Women just come after them. Because I promise, the tall guys I've talked to, for the most part, do not have a personality. They are just, their height is their personality. And they're so boring. and airheaded. Them basketball players, they don't be talking about nothing. Nothing. Ball is life for real. Like, they really ain't got no sort of personality traits other than basketball. It's annoying. Like, would he wear your socks? Oh, no, okay. I'm not saying all tall men, by the way, because I've talked to tall men with personality too, but I feel like it's a lot of them that don't have personalities. Low-key, a lot of attractive men. Yes, I have a theory that most attractive men don't have a personality because they aren't used to having to hold a conversation. Right? They haven't had to work hard to get women. They haven't had to work hard to. They haven't had to have a personality. I'm screaming. Let me go ahead and move on, y'all, because we gonna get stuck. Ciao. Y'all are cracking me up. Oh my goodness. You have to carry the whole conversation. You have to carry the whole, like, that's the point. Like you have to carry the whole conversation. They be giving you one word text. When you get on the phone, it'd be so much dead air. Like, you have to sit up here and come up with stuff to talk. I don't want to have to come up with stuff to talk about. Ugh. It shouldn't be this hard to talk on the phone. And then you want to FaceTime, but I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. Anyway, let me get back to these people. Police help. Police help. Police help. Help. Police. Who wants to bet that their family is gonna be all up in their relationship? Cause that's all them sitting down with each other's family told me. Oh, it's not gonna be just them in this relationship. It's gonna be their families heavily involved. They're both spoiled children. Yes. Yes. Cause when I went back and watched that episode, I'm like, these people, cause Zach Daddy went ahead and put it all out there. But when you heard her sister speak about her, she's spoiled too. And I feel like they baby her. The fact that they were sitting there and like laughing and joking about quote unquote Hurricane Michaela, that's not funny or cute. Child's act mama finna throw hands. Child, you know what? She might not want to do too much because his mama do look like she can fight. And she will over her baby. Both families seem to enable bad behavior. Yes. That's the problem. Both families were all bucking about being protectors for them. They're grown. Exactly. She seems possessive. She said out of her own mouth, she was possessive. That conversation was concerning as well because we're talking about, oh, well, are you jealous? And she's like, no, I'm not jealous, but I'm possessive. Okay, same thing, girl. Same thing. And Zach was over here like doing hard eyes, talking about he loved it. And it's like, oh, y'all are brewing. Like, the toxicity is brewing. The toxicity is brewing. Laughing about abuse. No man wants a possessive woman. Child, he said he did. You can't be possessive without jealousy, right? People are not objects, right? Yes to the Tamar comparison. Let me tell you, That's exactly, whenever I saw her sisters speaking about her, that's exactly what it reminded me of. Because I watched Braxton Family Values from the beginning, right? I feel like Tamar's family fostered that behavior because they did not check her, they did not set boundaries, and now when they're in their like 40s, now y'all want to check her, it's too late. She treats y'all like that because y'all allow that behavior. She don't act like that with everybody. She act like that with y'all because that's what y'all allow. And that's what I feel like is what's going on with Michaela. Y'all think it's cute and funny when Michaela turns into Hurricane K, when that is not acceptable behavior. You know what I'm saying? He likes crazy Elizabeth and Jamie. Ooh, child. Cause Elizabeth did flip that table though. I feel like Married at First Sight. Dang, I feel like Married at First Sight got a vendetta against Black women. Let me tell you something. Cause regardless of her personality, and we can talk about it, but that whole thing where they called her out for that father-daughter dance, knowing what happened to her father, that made me so mad. That made me so mad. I just feel like they don't be handling Black women the way they handle other women on this show. Now, I do think they set certain people up to fail, but it's just a different level of just like, I mean, that was just crazy to me. I thought I was gonna love them together, but I'm good. Child, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Yep, it's like, can we get another Greg and Deanna? Thank you. Or even another Woody and Amani, or even Miles and Karen. Even though on the show they were annoying, but I watched a little bit of couples cam, and they seem to have a genuine loving relationship now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just I feel like this honeymoon is gonna set the tone in a bad way. I just had that feeling. I was trying to be hopeful, but I don't know. I don't know if this honeymoon is gonna be the best honeymoon. And child, usually when a honeymoon isn't the best, it just does not set a good tone. The experts better not be MIA. Child, I don't know. Why did they reduce the expert's role in this show? That's what I don't understand. Because clearly these people need help. If you're getting married at first sight, clearly you're not good at choosing partners. Okay? Clearly you're not you're not the best at relationships. So clearly y'all gonna need help. And on top of that, it's strangers getting married. You're gonna need some guidance. So reducing their role, what's the point of that other than you wanting people to blow up on each other and have conflict? Production be ruining everything, right? The experts are never there. Never. Where do they be? Because it's a new production company. FY was better. Exactly. I do agree with that. Like, we say that every season. Like, when it was on FY, it was so much better, so much more authentic. It's definitely, it went from being authentic to being a reality show. I need to know what set her off to the degree of throwing things. I agree. Um, I want to know the context of that situation so bad. I really do. I really do. Like, I just want to know what happened. I'm not excusing her behavior in any way, because nobody should be throwing things and being a whole hurricane. a tornado flew around the room. We don't need that. So I'm not excusing the behavior whatsoever, but I also would like to know what happened. Because, you know, he might have did something crazy. We don't know. Netflix needs to buy this show. Oh my goodness. I would love it if this show's on Netflix. Can you imagine being able to binge this show? They would probably post like 3 episodes a week though. But still, not they would have to cut the show down too. Like they would have to cut it down to an hour if they did that. Cause it would be a whole miniseries. You don't think Netflix will make it better? You think it will ruin it further? Child, it might, but I think it might. I'm thinking about maybe the production quality, because you know, if it was on Netflix, they would have an awesome honeymoon. Like that would probably be the best honeymoon they ever had on this show. I want to see how Brett was on that plane. She must have been acting a big fool because they have to self-record themselves on the plane. So the fact that he couldn't pick up a camera and film it, it must have been pretty bad. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Gil and Mirla because I gotta go in a minute. Make sure y'all like the video. Like the video. It's 115 people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure you like the video. Lifetime needs to chill on the recaps. Okay. Like I feel like we already saw them go to bed. We already saw them go to bed last episode. But now we seeing them go to bed again, but y'all adding in all the details y'all left out last week. Get out of here. Even Karen accepted the foot rub. So last week, you know, I said a couple of things about Karen. I mean, about Mirla. I was saying how I didn't think Mirla was that bad. I didn't understand where y'all was coming from. Like y'all going too hard on Mirla. She just setting her boundaries. But this week, yeah, y'all might have been right. Y'all might have been right. Y'all might have been right. Because, girl, what was that? She complained about every girl. I can't stand people that complain about every little thing. That is so annoying to me. That is so annoying. There's a difference between being assertive and rude. Ain't nothing cute about a grown woman throwing a tantrum. When she said that, y'all, because she even said when she met with his friends that she was moody. And basically she would sit there and pout if she didn't get her way. But she literally told Gil she throws tantrums. And I'm just like, when she said that, I already knew right then and there. I was like, this ain't gonna end well. This ain't gonna end well. Cause a grown woman, and cause she was saying it like she was proud of it. Like, girl, everything cannot go your way. I already know she ain't about to compromise. If you gonna throw tantrums when you don't get your way, I already know you're not about to compromise in any way. She didn't throw a tantrum, but she said she throws tantrums. She said out of her own mouth that she throws tantrums. She said that. We're not making that up. She didn't throw one this episode, but she said she throws them. So that was a complete turn off to me. Because what? Grow up. And you was a principal? Nothing sucks the life out of a situation faster than someone complaining about everything. A positive attitude can actually make things better. Exactly. Exactly. Like, okay, for instance, the hotel. Which, like, I do think, Married at First Sight, y'all already sent these people to Florida. Y'all could have gave them a nice hotel. Because I feel like even though Married at First Sight sent last year's couples to Vegas, they at least got a nice hotel. And I don't know. I feel like their rooms were nice if I'm remembering correctly. I think. But when you think about honeymoons from seasons past, think about Karen and Miles and Woody and Imani in that season. They had a nice honeymoon. I forgot where they went, but I just remember it being very nice because I don't know. I'm just thinking about some of the things that they did. They had a nice room. The excursions they did were nice. I mean, they had a really good time on that honeymoon. It was beautiful. But y'all sending these people to Florida. And I get it. I get it. C-19, right? I get it. But I mean, y'all could have went to Tulum, Mexico. That's where everybody else went during COVID. I mean, y'all doing it. Y'all might as well do it up. They went to Mexico that season. They could have went back to Mexico. They could have went back to Mexico. It was beautiful. They could have went back. Y'all can repeat honeymoons. Like, if y'all have to go to Mexico every single season, do it. Because this was terrible. I'm not even mad at Mirla for her initial complaints, because I feel like there are nicer places to stay in Florida. Come on now. That was crazy. They could have went to Puerto Rico. Yes. They could have went to Hawaii. There are nice places to go. So Mirla complaining about that, I'm not all the way mad about it. You know, I mean, it is a free trip. You know, it is free. But let me tell you, I'll take a little bit of, you can talk about the room, you can talk about this, you can talk about that. But girl, after today, if you still complaining about that stuff, please, because you can make the best of it. Like, I probably would have initially felt that way, but let's make the best of it. I don't know you, you don't know me. Let's have fun getting to know each other. But everything is a complaint about everything. When they sent them a package with the, Mr. and Mrs. paraphernalia, she was complaining about that. Blanche, Dorothy, Roses, and Sophia's vacation spot. Right. Looking like a scene from the Golden Girls. It looked dated. It looked so dated. They could have went to separate places. I missed that comment. Like they did in earlier seasons, the hotel was giving lackluster vibes, but she was complaining about more than just the hotel. Oh yeah, she was complaining before they even left. So that was getting on my nerves. But her complaint about the hotel was justified, I feel. Gil is not the type of tall, dark, and handsome she was referring to. So you think she's not attracted to him? She said she was. You don't think she is? Switch it up and go to the mountains in a nice cabin. Ooh. Ooh, that might be nice. That might be nice. That might be nice. Napa Valley in Florida, in California is nice. Yes, that would be nice. Nice honeymoons. That was back when the couples actually mattered. Child, you know what? This might be indicative of how they treat their these couples. Like they ain't finna last anyway. Dang. Is that why they giving them these cheap honeymoons? I think Mirla is attracted. I think Mirla likes black men. I don't think she's attracted to him. Well, she did say she didn't like bald heads and no beards, but if she's still stuck on that, y'all, like I'm done. So y'all really don't think she's attracted to? I think she is. I do. Maybe I'm naive. I think she just has a very monotone voice and a very like she's very self-centered. So everything is about, her and what she likes. So she's not going to like really show that interest towards him. But maybe y'all could be right. Y'all could be, because she is a little standoffish. I let men I'm attracted to rub my feet. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm not into the whole rubbing of the feet. I'm not a foot person at all. I don't want to touch your feet. I don't want you to touch my feet. I don't like that. So I wouldn't go based off of that. Maybe she's not a foot person. Gil, he is a sweet man. Let me tell you something. He has patience, okay? I don't know how he putting up with that. You can't even see on his face him being irritated or frustrated. He is really handling this with grace. I hate feet, but I would have entertained it. So do y'all think Gil is attractive? I think he's attractive. I wouldn't be mad if I saw Gil at the altar. Yeah, don't touch my feet. You might get kicked in the mouth. I'm too ticklish. I'm ticklish too. And plus, I simply don't like it. I just don't. I don't like when other people touch my feet. I really, really don't like that. And I've had people like do it anyway, and we've gotten into serious arguments. Like I'm fighting mad. Like I told you not to touch my feet, or I told you not to put your feet on me. Like I really, really, really don't like that. He's good looking. He's handsome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I give Gil until after the honeymoon. When they get back, he's gonna go off like Jacob. I think he gonna snap on her eventually too. I do too, cause he gonna that complaining. He gonna be over that. There's a lot of colorism in the Latinx community. True. So do you think she's not attracted to him because he's dark? But I think she liked black men. I don't know if that's the problem. Gil be giving her the look like, what? He has a nice calm spirit. Yeah, he does. I think, you know what really endeared me to him? Hearing what he went through. Because for him to go through all that and still have this upbeat personality and still have like, I don't know, he just has so much like joy about him, to still be able to be joyous after that. I know it happened a long time ago, but that's his dad, and that was a very traumatic experience. For him to be so joyous, and he seems like he doesn't really let anything bring him down. Just seemed like an overall just a nice guy. They seem to have gone through very similar things, but be changed differently. True. That could be it. Maybe it affected her. It changed her for in a different direction. Let me say it like that. Mm. I still laugh when getting a pedicure. I I paint my own toes. I really don't like for people to touch my feet. It's like Married at First Sight match people to fix their partners, and that's not fair. You know what? You have a point. They sure do be trying to fix people with each other. Yeah. Oh, this person has what they don't have, and maybe they can make them open up a little bit more. So let's match an outgoing person with someone who is socially awkward. They sure do be doing that. Who is Maluma? Let me look this up. Yeah, they call it balance. They all that's the key word right there. They'll balance each other out. I'm triggered every time they say it. Oh, Maluma is fine. You think she was talking about Maluma? Let's remember that even though they both went through tragedies, it was at different stages of life. Gil was a child and Myrtle was an adult only 6 years ago. That's true. Y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go, you guys. I didn't realize what time it was. Shout out to everybody here, though. This was a good chat. I'm so sorry I didn't do this last night. The time got away from me, child. Hold on for a second. The time got away from me, but make sure y'all like this video, you guys. I really enjoyed this, you guys. I look forward to this every single week. I promise I do. It's always fun when we do these lives. I want to do more, but I've just been so busy lately. I'm going to try to fit in at least one more live every week. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.